It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here with Akeem Woods.
What's up, boo?
What up, boo? And time for these under the radar stories. And this story just broke.
Breaking news.
A judge has dismissed Eric Adams' case, this corruption case against Eric Adams, and said that also charges cannot be brought again. You know, the Justice Department, Donald Trump's Justice Department, wanted to be able to have the option to, after his mayoral campaign is over, after he's, no longer mayor, and he is running again, they could bring it back. And the reason why the judge said
double jeopardy, right?
that you cannot bring these charges, it's been dismissed without prejudice, was because it would mean that people thought that he would be doing what Donald Trump wanted him to do, so that they wouldn't be able to bring those, so that Donald Trump wouldn't bring charges against him later. Yeah. So in other words, he can't bring the charges back, because if the judge would have let them do that, then Eric Adams would have been beholden to do whatever Donald Trump wanted him to do, so that he would be in the clear. But now that they know that these charges can't be used as leverage, that's why they did that.
Ooh.
All right. Understood. And speaking of Donald Trump, they're talking about these tariffs. And one thing that Trump is apparently considering is a 20% universal tax on all U.S. imports. So that would mean a lot of money that we would have to spend. They're saying on average it could cost Americans about $3,800 a year for the typical middle-class household and disposable income due to higher prices. And the top 10% of earners would see that inflation-adjusted income drop by $9,500 per year. The bottom 10% would lose about $2,400. But most people don't have that disposable income to just be saying, all right, here's an extra about $4,000 a year from me. So Donald Trump is expected to unveil these sweeping tariffs and announce his, quote, Liberation Day plan at 4 p.m.
Good job, poor white people who voted for him. Good for y'all.
I thought we were supposed to have less inflation. I thought the plan was, right? Didn't Donald Trump run on that?
Yeah,
that
his whole plan was like
too much for eggs.
Yeah, eggs are gonna be cheaper, and we gonna get gas prices down, and we gonna end all this, and then
Right. So, and there's been so much back and forth with what's going on with these tariffs. U.S. stocks did open lower Wednesday. And markets are like, we don't know what's going on. There's a lot of uncertainty right now. All right. Well, that is your Under the Radar. We do have the Way Up Mix at the top of the hour. And we got to do it. I mean, today is a Wealth Wednesday. So we are going to talk all things finances.
Which we need now.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to be honest. We need this now more than ever, because how could we not, right? So let's do all of those things. Happy Wealth Wednesday. It's Way Up.